Willie D Live.
What's up, family? A shuck and jive black reporter got into a verbal sparring match with Muhammad Ali and got KO'd. I ain't got no problem with that. Say, fam, I don't know why he did it. Well, I guess I do know why he did it, and I'll explain in a moment. But first, let me give you the backstory. So, they're at a press conference, and Muhammad Ali is surrounded by reporters as usual. They're talking about the Ken Norton fight. This is Muhammad Ali versus Ken Norton 3, where Muhammad Ali came out a winner by decision. The black reporter, out of all of the reporters, was very hard on Muhammad Ali. All of the other reporters was just asking, routine questions like, were you tired? Are you going to retire? Do you think that you'll fight Foreman again? What about Ken Norton? Which Muhammad Ali said, I'm not fighting Ken Norton again. I ain't got nothing else to prove. But, like I'm going to retire. I'm 34 years old, and so on and so on. A bunch of routine stuff, right? Then they got into the matter of race, and Muhammad Ali was like, yeah, well, I'm still the man around here. I can't get in my car and drive off because I'm going to be surrounded. I can't walk through the streets. I'm surrounded. Wherever I go, I am the most popular person in the world. And Ali, although was a very humble man, he knew his importance. He knew what he meant to other people, right? The black reporter tells Muhammad Ali, although, and I'm paraphrasing right here, although the record books will say you won, you sound like a loser. And Ali went off. Ali was like, man, in fact, let me make sure I get the words right. Dude said, although the record books will say you won, you really sound like a loser. And Muhammad Ali said, I'm a Muslim. I'm a bold nigga, more than you. And you would never do what I do or say what I say because you want to keep your job. Dude says, how long do you think your mouth is going to carry you over? And Muhammad Ali said, long enough to beat your ass if you F up. Man, say fam, the more and more I learn about Muhammad Ali, the more I fall in love with this man. I love this dude, man. I love his spirit. I love that warrior spirit, man. That stand on 10, man. Like stand on 10. Say it, mean it, and represent it. You dig what I'm saying? Ali was not the one to mince words. He knew what he was up against, but he still stood on business. Ali said this, fam, and here's where things get really, really dirty. He said, you act like a Tom N-word. I'll whoop an N-word like you myself. You worse than all these white people. Why you niggas against somebody for you? Let's stop right there. Why you niggas against someone for you? I thought about it. And I realized that there are a few reasons why a black person who is obviously marginalized like everybody else in this group would be against someone who is clearly for the community like Ali was. And you can start off with internalized racism. When you grow up in a society that constantly tells you black lives don't matter, that could lead to self-doubt. When someone finally stands up and says, we deserve better, We're not taking it anymore. We want more. It can make some people feel uncomfortable, so uncomfortable that they'll resort to criticism and distancing themselves. This, family, comes from the self-doubt from years and years and years of being told that they're less than. So what they do, they use that criticism and that distancing as a defense mechanism to deal with the fact that they feel out of place in this world. They feel out of place in this society. That's what it boils down to, because, I get it myself. Like, how are you mad at, how could you be a black person and not rock with Willie D, a person who clearly loves his people, who clearly defends his people on a daily basis? Different political or generational views could spark conflict. Think about what I'm saying, fam. Someone advocating radical change could clash with someone who believes in working within the existing system. I've seen it happen a lot. I'm talking about a lot. I've seen, the young activists call out the elder activists, and the elder activists respond by dismissing them as being naive. Both sides want what's best for the community, but they clash in how they get there, right? They have an issue about how they get there. And so instead of everybody coming together and say we have the same objective and we can actually disagree, on how to get there, right? But we still need to get there. So you help us get there the way you know how. I'm going to help us get there the way I know how. And we work together despite our differences. See, that's what we got to get to. We got to get to where, oh, you care about black folks? Oh, you care? Oh, you really care? You really want to uplift us? Okay. Well, I got you. Okay. Well, let's figure out how we can work together to get there, because we're not going to get there without each other. That's not happening. That's like being in a relationship and thinking that you can soar in the relationship and your significant other can't. That significant other has to be, that's not going to work. That's just not going to work. You have to support each other. Your significant other can't want to, really long to go back to school and further their education, and you constantly striking it down. That's a big deal to some people. So you can't constantly strike down your significant other who wants to open up that burger joint or that repair shop. This is something they've been wanting to do for a long time. And every time they talk about it, instead of you trying to help them figure it out, trying to help them do research and, perhaps mitigate any problems that they might have if they pursue this, you just shut it down immediately. That don't work. And I know for me, I'm not gonna tell you what you do, but for me, I get away from people like that. I get away from dream killers. Let's get back to Muhammad Ali. What a great man. What a great human. God really showed off when he made Muhammad Ali. But what say you, fam? Drop a comment. I'd love to hear your thoughts. No more talk.